What's going on, guys? I'm back with another MLB 12 The Show video, and recently I've obtained a new nickname. I believe everybody's calling me Double D now, so I'm just gonna roll with that for the time being until we can come up with something a little bit more creative. But this is gonna be franchise episode 5, I believe. It'll be game 2 of the 3-game series against the Tigers. What I really wanted to do is I wanted to put game 2 and game 3 together into one video, but I didn't have enough time today to play both games. I just had time to play one and then edit it before I had to leave to go somewhere. And I'm just getting back, so I'm just now commentating it. It's like 9:40, but we're playing in Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan. The day was pretty nice. We didn't have too many problems with wind or anything, and it looked pretty good. So we're gonna see our records come up here in a second. We're only 3 games above 500 at this point. The Tigers have a pretty good lead on us right now, and I was thinking, if we didn't get a win or two in this series, then we were going to really completely have to, bust our tails the rest of the season to get back in the race, to get back into the, at least the talk of possibly making the wild card, or hoping the Tigers go on some kind of slump and then we could surpass them. But we're going to get a good look at my lineup here. You can pause it if you want to, look at it completely. The only difference is that Brian Pena is in there instead of Salvador Perez, and yeah, so he didn't really, have that big impact. But we're going up against Justin Verlander, AL MVP, AL Cy Young Award. He probably won every pitching award that is possible, except for the Gold Glove. But we moved to the top of the first with 1 out. First pitch to Moustakas is going to be hit up the middle for a base hit. But then Jackson has some trouble with it in the gap in left center. It gets past him, and then the left fielder gets it in and keeps Moustakas at second. So a 1-out double in the top of the first to get the Royals offense going. Try to get a good first inning run here. Maybe get a good amount of lead there for our pitcher Danny Duffy, who really did pitch good. As you get a good look there at Moustakas' swing. Just took that ball right where it came from. It had a little bit of cut, and it tailed away from Austin Jackson, and he kind of made a stupid play there. We move on a little bit later after Eric Hosmer moved Moustakas over to third. Alex Gordon is at the plate, gets a fastball right over the middle of the plate, and shoots it into right center for another extra base hit. That'll drive in Moustakas easily, and Alex Gordon will stride into second with a stand-up RBI double. So 2 doubles here in the top of the first for the Royals as they get on the board. It is now 1-0, and Verlander is just getting started, and he's already down 1-0. But we have more to come in the first, as we see Gordon's nice hit there, as he got it just enough away from the center fielder. And now in steps Jeff Francoeur after Hideki Matsui walks. First pitch to Francoeur is a fastball right down the middle of the plate, and he strokes it to left field over the fence for a 3-run home run that puts the Royals up 4-0 only in the top of the first. I believe that was Francoeur's 5th home run. As you see, Verlander is upset with himself, as he knew he put that one too much over the plate, and Francoeur did what anybody else would have done, and that is to deposit it into the seats in the left field. And he thanks Jesus for his good fortune, slaps hands with his teammates, and we're on the board. It's 4-0. And you see a good look here at the swing, 390 feet in the left field. It was a pretty good swing. Francoeur's been struggling this season up to this point, and it's good to see him kind of get out of that slump he was in with the bat, especially because he plays good defense anywhere. Then I decided to show you guys the Tigers lineup, just to show you what they were rolling with. Now here in the bottom of the second with nobody out, an 0-2 count to Prince fielder Danny Duffy misses his location with his changeup, leaves it too far over the plate, and Prince fielder goes the opposite field to left field for a 2-strike base hit. And that was really the problem with Danny Duffy all afternoon. He was not getting the 2-strike pitch either, out of the zone where the hitters couldn't go get it, or he was putting them right over the middle of the plate where they could do something with it, and that'll come into play a little bit later in the game, as you see fielders going the other way, using a nice job of using the other field. So we move on. Next batter is Alex Avila with a 1-2 count. Danny Duffy gets the sign from Pena, throws the curveball, and Avila swings right over the top of it for Duffy's first and only strikeout, I believe, of the game. So a good job of keeping fielder at first and getting the first out of the inning. As we get a good look at the curveball here, the bottom just drops out of it. Avila had no shot at making any contact with it. and he's set down on strikes. So we move on a little bit later into the inning. Next batter actually with a 1-2 count. Two-seamer inside corner, swung on and missed by, I believe that was Ryan Rayburn for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Duffy as he comes back strong after giving up the single to Prince Fielder early in the inning, as we get a good look at the two-seamer coming back to the plate, and Rayburn was just a little bit tardy on that swing. Then we move on a little bit later after another single by the Tigers. Ramon Santiago hits the curveball on the ground to short, and Escobar, you know, I don't know what he was doing. He couldn't come up with it. The ball gets past him, rolls into center field. The Tigers score an out with run with 2 outs. Gets the runner over to third. So now they have runners on the corners with 2 outs. Now only down by 3 as we get another look at the ground ball. I'm not sure why Escobar missed it. I must have taken the wrong angle to get to the ball, but nonetheless, it only gave up 1 run. So we move a little bit later into the game, into bottom of the 6th. Danny Duffy misses his location again with the changeup on 0-2, and Miguel Cabrera smokes that pitch to the left field seats, about 3 to 4 rows back, I believe, as he trots all the way around the bases with a solo shot to bring the Tigers back to within 2 runs. And Duffy knows he left that one over the plate. Miguel Cabrera getting high fives from everybody. Jim Leland is happy. His team is finally showing some offense today because Duffy really shut him down until this point, as Prince Fielder and his new teammate Miguel Cabrera share some love after the home run. If we get another look at it, it was pretty much right down the middle, up in the zone, and Cabrera, it was a no-doubter. He knew it was gone. Everybody in the stadium, I believe, knew it was gone. If you could see Alex Gordon, he just kind of stopped and, you know, gazed at it as it goes into the bleachers there out in left field. So we move on to the bottom of the 2nd. Score is still 4-2. New pitcher is Juan Gutierrez facing Ryan Rayburn. Gets him to swing at that slider out of the zone for strike number 3. And Gutierrez came on pretty strong in the 7th inning for us, kept the Tigers at bay, didn't let them get any more runs to, you know, take it into the 8th inning. So we move on. Next batter is Ramon Santiago with a full count with 2 outs. Takes the fastball outside corner for strike 3, and that would retire the side for the Royals. So we move on to the game. Bottom of the 9th, Joaquim Soria facing Miguel Cabrera. Royals still up 4-2. Miguel Cabrera takes the fastball opposite field to right field. Jeff Francoeur goes all the way back to the wall, to the track, and then makes the catch for the first out. So that was the only real scare of the inning. I was really scared about that one. Thought it was going to go out, but luckily it died out there, and Soria gets the out that he needed. So facing Prince Fielder is the next batter. 2-2 count, 1 out. Curveball, low in the dirt. Good block by Pena there. Miguel Cabrera, or Prince Fielder, swings and misses, and we put him out at third. So you count that a 1 strikeout with a 1-3 put out, I believe. Or is the catcher 2? I think the catcher's 2. I'm not sure. I don't really know. But nonetheless, we move on. Alex Avila would be the next batter. 1-0 count, hits the fastball on the ground over to Eric Hosmer. He lopes over to the bag for the 3rd out, and the Royals are victorious in game number 2 by a final score of 4-2, as they are excited about beating the division-leading Tigers. They had a pretty good game. The Tigers hit the ball pretty well, but the Royals had just enough offense in the 1st inning. As we scored all of our runs in the 1st inning, we couldn't really get anything going later on in the game. We did have some chances, but you know, like when we'd have guys on first, we'd end up hitting into double plays and whatnot as the team congratulates each other, and the Tigers are in disbelief. And I believe Delman Young and Johnny Peralta did not even get to play, so I believe that's one reason why they were pretty pissed off at this time. Player of the game would obviously be Jeff Francoeur, providing the only offense for us today with his 3-run home run in the 1st inning. There's the line score. Duffy with the win, Verlander the loss, Soria with his 25th save. That's going to do it for me. Be on the lookout for some more MLB 12 The Show videos, and I'll see you next time. See you guys.